the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Ready.
Play action. It's Wilson. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Bills, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Here's Wilson.
Open man is Denzel Mims.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
On first down, Wilson. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw is Wilson.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Wilson. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And this is caught at the 20. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a big play there for the Jets on third down. 45 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Von Miller in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Wilson.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And he powers through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A first carry now. This is Johnson. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Throwing now is Allen. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
A first down carry here for Johnson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Again, it's Cook. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. Allen taking it himself. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
Cook is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing. And that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he could make anything happen.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Here's Allen to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Jets will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Wilson. Looking here for Schmidt downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the Jets punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Let's take it inside his own 40. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. There he goes right side. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Jets are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Von Miller able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, and pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Bills will take over here just shy of the 30.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it. Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack.
Jermaine Johnson had a roller coaster of a first day of the 2022 NFL Draft where he expected to possibly go in the top 10. But the New York Jets were happy to trade up and take him 26th overall. They think he's got top 10 talent and can be the centerpiece of their pass rush plan.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return.
And the Jets will take over.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
That is caught by Mims.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards there, a first down.
A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got a pick before? That's my turn now to make the big play. And that's exactly what he did.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender.
Touchdown! Breece Hall, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game, so they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Zuerlein good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. On play action, Allen going deep for Diggs. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Jermaine Johnson
able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So 2 sacks for the rookie, definitely making an impact here in year 1.
And in a ton of different ways because rushing the passer, That was supposed to be a skill that he was developing. Looks to me like he's figured it out already.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Allen off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. The broken tackle couldn't create a ton of space. He'll be taken down just beyond the 35-yard line. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 1st down, Allen. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Second down and 3.
And again, it's Allen. And Diggs has it. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox.
And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen.
Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Allen now looks to throw. The quick slant caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Singletary. Powering his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah.
On the move past the 40.
Big yardage that time for the Jets. 47 yards. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Throwing now is Wilson. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely fourth down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Throwing is Allen.
This one is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now, has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
One final try here for Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
A 4th down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the second quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.